Hi there students, today I am going to teach you verb. What is verb, how many kinds of verb, all these things will be explained today, so pay attention. See, the girl writes on the blackboard. Here writes is a verb, so verb means to do something. That means to act. That means write is an work, it's an action verb. So after, and a verb places after the subject, and in imperative sentence the verb is placed at the beginning of the sentence. So let's go on. Here writes is a principal verb. Next, Spriha is cutting a cake. Here is auxiliary verb and cutting principal verb. So we have got two kinds of verb here, that's principal verb and auxiliary verb. Generally, a principal verb sits before the object in the indefinite tenses. Always an auxiliary verb sits before a principal verb. Jasmine writes an editorial. Here, writes is a finite verb. Jasmine wrote an editorial. Here also write is a finite verb. Mr. Komal likes to eat jackfruits. Here to eat is a non-finite verb or infinitive. To eat is an infinitive verb. Mr. Komal likes to eat jackfruit. It's an infinitive verb. Finite verbs change according to subject's number and person. Verbs tense formation. So finite verb changes according to subject's number and person and according to verbs tense formation. On the other hand, infinitives remain unchanged in all cases. Infinitive or non-finite verb doesn't change according to subject or tense. It doesn't change. Paul is sleeping now. Here, sleeping is an intransitive verb because there is no object. The woman is crossing the canal. Is crossing is transitive verb because there is an object, that is the canal. See, it's a transitive verb. An intransitive verb doesn't have any object. A transitive verb has an object. Jasmine gave a Bangla novel, Vranti, to her aunt. Jasmine gave a Bangla novel, Vranti, to her aunt. Here, Vranti, that means here a Bangla novel is direct object and her aunt is indirect object. That means the verb has two objects. Jasmine gave her aunt a Bangla novel, Vranti. Here, Mrs. Parveen feeds Mohana. Here feeds is cognate verb. The verb feed comes from the noun food. So cognate verbs come from noun. Here the piper plays on a flute. Plays on, the verb is consist of two words, so it's called group verb. A group verb is followed by a preposition. Okay students, there is a group work. You can try this. Describe the pictures and match the following verbs with given pictures and make 5 sensible sentences, each using right form of verbs. You have to use these verbs, that's play, debate, unveil. Verbs at a glance. A verb is an action word. Verbs principal verbs. Verbs are mainly of two kinds, that's principal verb and auxiliary verb. Principal verb is of two kinds, that is finite verb and non-finite verb. Auxiliary verb is of two kinds, that's normal auxiliary and modals. Finite verb is of two kinds, that's transitive verb and intransitive verb. There are more verbs like cognate, group verb, which I have explained before. So that's all for today.